In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a super portable air conditioning unit that runs off of your 12-volt battery and draws only 525 watts. Right here is the Cybertake air conditioner. This is the entire kit that you can get from Cybertake, which comes with a couple of accessories that are optional. So let me show you the entire kit, what I have here. There's a nice carrying case, as you can see, in a pouch. And there's a couple of covers for the front and the back. These are the hoses. This is the drain hose for the condensation that it collects. And here's the air intake and the exhaust hose that connects to the back. In this bag, we got a couple of things. This is where I'm putting the power supplies. I have the optional 12 volt to 48 volt power supply. This is primarily how I'm going to be using my Cybertake air conditioner. This will convert 12 volt, which I've converted this plug. This used to be just a couple of ring terminals. I put Anderson plug on it because that's how my battery is hooked up, and this plugs into the back. So that's how you would power it directly from a 12 volt battery. And then this is what's included. It comes with a outlet for the wall. Pretty straightforward. Plugs into the wall from back here, and the same plug that plugs into the air conditioner. So if you're using it off of shore power or in a house, maybe using this for like a small room, which actually works really well. I'll show you that too. So let's put these aside and then we'll show you the actual air conditioner before I turn it on. This bag is really nice. It's a nice padded case with a bunch of straps on the side, which you can definitely use some attachment methods. For example, this bag that I use to put all the power supplies in can just clip in right here, and then it will travel with it like that. So this will just stay attached to the main bag. You won't lose it. Okay, let's open it up. A couple of heavy duty buckles on top. And obviously handles. This is how you carry it around. Inside this padded case, you have a zipper pouch on the top. That's where I have the user's manual. And then there's the remote control. You can control everything from this remote control that you can do from this integrated control panel. Really nice padding. If you're going camping, if you're storing it away, I would highly recommend getting this case. So let's get this out. There is a unit itself. I have been using it. It's been really hot and humid down here in Southern California. So this has been coming in really handy. So let me give you some specs first. Let's see if we have specs here. The product name is the Outdoor Air Conditioner S2 Pro by Cybertake. Uses R290 refrigerant. Operating temperature 5 Celsius to 46 Celsius. This is the 48 volt DC version, so this is 11.6 kilos. So that is about 25 pounds. So there is a built-in version as well that has the power supply built into the unit. And that's not the one that I have because I'm not planning on using that AC power supply as much. Maximum output of this unit is 550 watts. Placement angle. This is something that I've noticed and that you want to kind of place it with just this ever so slight tilt towards the back so that the water can drain out. Otherwise, a little icon will show up in the display. So let's just show you guys what's on this device. There's a nice handle on top. Here's the control panel. This is the exhaust and the intake. In the back, you have two ways to drain water. Keep this plugged so water doesn't come out. Whatever water might be trapped in there during the last use, so water doesn't come out during transit. This is where you plug it in. These two plates, this one goes in the back. This one clips in that way. And then this one clips in the front. So you pick and choose which one you're using. And these are meant so that these hoses can connect. Kind of like a bayonet mount, just connects. So you would only need to use one or the other, the front one or the rear one. And the way to know which one to use it is if you're going to be placing this unit in the area that's going to be chilled or heated, because this is also a heat pump. If you're going to be placing the unit inside the space that's going to be air conditioned, then you want to use the back unit, the back plate, have the hoses mounted in the back, so this will exhaust the hot or cold air out depending on what you're using. If you're using air conditioner, the hot air will go out the top, and this will be the intake that will take the fresh air in. When this is inside the space, you're going to use the air conditioner, and then you have this either going through a window or through just an opening. And if you're going to be placing this outside and have the space that you want to air condition on the inside somewhere over here, then you would put it this way and have the hose poke through and blow air conditioned air into the space like that. And you would also put this here, so this will be the regular air coming in and then the chilled air going out like this. So these are the two ways to use these plates that go with the hoses, depending on how you're going to position your air conditioner. And obviously these are accordion hoses that can expand and turn however you want, but they collapse down really small and they kind of nest into each other. So this is how you would travel. This is the drain hose for the condensation liquid, so that'll plug into one of these two in the back. So you plug it in, you put it below, and you drain it into either the outside or into a bucket or something. So you're going to want to hook that up. This also can go inside here for travel. So let me plug it in and show you guys real quick how it works. Like I said, I'm going to be using this using 12 volt. So I've got a 12 volt battery here, and this is the 12 volt to 48 volt boost converter that you can buy optionally. I've got this Anderson plug that I'm going to connect, but first I'm going to plug this into power, which will go right there. And then I will hook up the plate that goes to the rear. Well, first I will do the drain hose. There's a drain hose that will drain down to a bucket somewhere. Just say we'll put it there. And then the power. And then we will put this plate in the back. That's the exhaust, and that is the intake. And now we connect to power. As you can hear, that just clicked on. A little beep means that it just turned on, or it's recognizing the power. So So to power it up, press and hold this button. And there you go. Immediately that starts. So I will show you here on this remote control. You can control basically everything. So this green light means that it's on air conditioner mode. You can adjust the desired temperature here. You can turn the fan up or down. You can put it on max mode or auto. You can set a timer. You can put on eco mode. That's going to use the least power. So these are the different modes that you have. You have air conditioner mode. This is just, I believe, dehumidifier mode. That's just the fan. And that is heater mode. You can see that turn to red there, indicating that it's going to blow hot air out using the heat pump mode. Okay, back to air conditioner mode. So as you can see, everything that I'm doing up here is controlled remotely, and it's changing on this screen as well. Alright, so let's just show you then how much power this actually draws from my battery. I'll put it on the coldest mode and max. And here's the Bluetooth app for my battery, which will show me exactly how much power it is drawing. This battery is fully charged. As of right now, it's drawing only 3 amps because the compressor hasn't kicked on yet. As the compressor starts to turn on, you'll see the power consumption start to go up. So this is a 280 amp hour battery. So it's charged full right now. At this mode, at this current mode, it's going to run for 96 hours and 24 minutes. And the other thing that this thing can do is this nozzle also tilts. So if you want it to go straight, you can, or you can also tilt about that far. Okay, starting to kick up. Now it's pulling about 80 watts. And the air is starting to get cold. 109, 120. Compressor is ramping up. 136, 150. Alright, so there we go. Now it's hovering at about 320 watts a draw. So at this current rate, this is going to last 10 hours and 57 minutes. Oh, it's climbing up again. Now it's going up to 350. Should max out at about 500. The air is way cold now in the front. Feels really good on a hot day. So the draw is now up to 32 amps, about 425 watts. On this 280 amp hour battery, it is now showing it will run for nearly 9 hours. This is not even hot to the touch. I don't even feel any heat right now, but this will get hot. This 12 volt to 48 volt converter will get pretty hot to the touch after you run it for a few hours. You can feel in the back, this is hot air coming out, and this is air being sucked in. This is actually quite hot air because it's really cold in the front. Okay, up to 470 watts now. So there you go. That is kind of the basic operations of this Cybertake S2 Pro running off of 12 volt. And obviously, because this is a 12 volt battery, you can charge it using solar panels. Whether you're camping using a ground deploy solar panel, or if you just want to charge it up for an overnight trip, this will run on this battery for about 8 hours at full max. Yeah, so now we're pushing almost 500 watts. This is full max power, blowing a lot of hot exhaust out in the back. Really nice cold air in the front. Okay, let's go eco mode. There's eco mode. You can hear it throttling back down. Now going down to below 300 watts of draw. So at nighttime, when you don't need such a strong air conditioner, you can turn on eco mode. And at this current eco mode, it's still blowing cold air out the front. But it's only consuming 120 watts. And at this mode, it will run for over 31 hours on this battery. So that's pretty cool. So like I said, if you're going to be taking this on a trip, the Some Fun Kids battery that I have is a perfect little companion that goes with it. Bring both of these into your tent. Have this just kind of poking out the tent. And when you get home, or when you have shore power, you can plug it in to charge using this charger that I have. This is the Victron Blue Smart 17 amp battery charger. And you don't need an inverter, even though if you wanted to plug it into an inverter, you could using this power outlet. But you don't need an inverter. You can run off of a 12-volt battery if you have this power supply. Full eco mode, we're only drawing 97 watts. And at this rate, it'll run for 37 hours and 29 minutes. Very power efficient, pretty cool. And to turn it off, you just press and hold the power button either on the control panel or on the remote, like so. And even though it's powered off, it'll still run for just a little bit to make sure all of the condensation and everything is flushed out of the unit before it shuts off. So you want to leave that plugged in until it's totally shut off, which it has. And here's how you disassemble. Take off the hoses. Disconnect power. And the whole unit goes back into the bag. Remote there. Power supply goes there. And just like that, you're packed up. Okay, so I've got this S2 Pro Cybertake air conditioner set up in the van. We just got a new windshield cover, so that should keep it cooler in here than normal. I've got this set up on our center console pointing back, and then the ducting going out the window. You could make a board that perfectly fits the ducting in here if you need to, but I'm just going to do this for this current test. It is hooked up to the 12 to 48 volt boost converter connected to our 280 amp hour lithium battery. So I'm going to show you guys just how well this works. Let it run for as long as we can. The battery is charged full, so we will see just exactly how much power it consumes. Right now it is 85.8 degrees in here with the door open. So if I close the door, it can only get warmer, and it is only 10:30 in the morning, so it's going to get warmer throughout the day here. So I'm going to go ahead and run this air conditioner off a battery, off a 12 volt battery, no inverter, because we have this boost converter, 12 to 48, to show you guys how you can run this off of a 12-volt battery. Your run-of-the-mill 12-volt lithium iron phosphate battery, 280 amp hours. There's lots of batteries like this out in the market for a very inexpensive price. 100% battery. As you can see, by closing the door, the temperature is already climbing. So we'll keep an eye on this. Right now it's 10:38. We'll turn this AC on, max mode. There we go. The blue light indicates that we are running. Okay, here we go. Right now drawing 29 watts and climbing. It's because the compressor hasn't kicked on yet. 85.8 degrees. About 10:38 in the morning. We'll just let it run. We'll come back in a little bit, see how it's doing. So we are about a little over an hour in. The battery is at 83%. We are consuming about 526 to 28, 525 to 530 watts of power. Still on max mode, still blowing cold air. Temperature is now 77.5. But we started with a high of 86. So it went from 86 to 77.5. And today's temperature outside is about 90 degrees. So it's actually nice and comfortable in here. And the other notable thing is that we started with about 52.9% humidity. And we've gotten it down to 44.9. So by getting the humidity out of the air, you're also going to see a pretty significant level of comfort. So battery wise, let's go again, 83%. We can still run for another 5 hours and 45 minutes at the current rate. So it'll run for roughly 7 hours because it's been running for about an hour and 15 minutes. So at this rate, 280 amp hour battery running at max mode, we'll be able to run for 7 hours on full blast continuously. And also, obviously, we have just the ventilation going out the window over there, and the window is not closed, so there's some heat coming in and out through that window as well. It could definitely be done a lot better if we were to better insulate these windows. And as you can tell, we've taken off the headliner, so that would also provide us some insulation. So there's a lot you can still do to make this AC work better, but for as little as it is, and for being portable, running off of a lithium battery, that's pretty good. And the other thing I want to show you is that this 12 volt to 48 volt boost converter is actually pretty hot to the touch. I can't exactly hold my hand on there. So what's good is that it's dissipating heat, but what's not good is that it's emanating that heat back into the cabin. So if you're going to be using a 12 to 48 volt boost converter instead of the inverter, note that this might be something that you want to run maybe a cooling fan through. But it does work, runs the air conditioner quite well. And also let me show you how much condensation it has collected. Go around to the other side of the air conditioner. And it's collected quite a bit of condensation. Look at that. All of that water has been taken out of the air. So there you go. That's the Cybertake S2 Pro portable air conditioner. As you can see, it works well in the van. For a unit that only draws about 530 watts, it is a great little unit. It will work even better in a smaller interior space, like a tent or maybe a small truck camper. If you have any questions about the Cybertake, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.